Why do principles matter in business? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. It's a big question. Why do principles matter in business? Everything is based on principle. Whether you know the principle or not is irrelevant. Principles are those things that never change. Jeff Bezos said one time, he always gets the question, what's going to change in the next 10 years? And he says he hardly ever gets the question, or never gets the question, what's not going to change in the next 10 years? And he said the second question is more important than the first question, because you can build a strategy around what's not going to change. You can't build around what is going to change. Or you can, but it's not a very solid strategy. If you build one on things that aren't going to change, though, that's what matters most. So that's pretty heavy stuff, because all he's saying is that your strategies need to be based on principle. So I'm a business strategist. I help people in their business to build strategies, build out the plans necessary to go where they want to in their business. And in most cases, I've found business owners do fail to plan properly or fail to stick to a plan long term. And it is usually the downfall of them not having the business they want. Okay, it's not really about the tactics, although that we all think it's about the tactics. The tactics are necessary, but it doesn't matter what the tactics are if you don't have a strategy that is first based on principle. So it all comes back to principle. Principle is the things that don't change. It's human behavior. It's the physics and nature. There's just certain areas of the world that are fixed and in place, at least for the most part. There's always a variable that we don't quite understand that affect the end principle, but that doesn't make the principle wrong. It just means we didn't understand the principle clearly enough. So that's what principles are all about, if you really understand them. So principle is important because it's what reality is all based on. It's all about the science behind it. That's what it's all about. If you want to know more about the strategy, we're going to talk about that tomorrow, about why that's so important to business. But go check out my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. Get your own free copy at amazonproofbook.com. We'll be back tomorrow talking about strategies. You have a great night. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.